Hello and welcome, my smugs. How you doing today? It's Chris here, and we're going to be playing Kingdom Rush Frontiers Beresad's Lair. I don't know how to pronounce that, by the way. I don't know how to pronounce very many things, but Beresad's Lair, Beresids, I don't really care. So here's some upgrades. Here's my hero, got Ulrich, and we're ready to go. So I always like to show people that kind of stuff, because you know what, some people are kind of confused. They're like, oh, I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do, and all that stuff. So, quick notes, just to notice really quick. We got another choke point, so obviously we're going to, take advantage of that. Necromancers, artilleries, those guys are going to be the main guys that we're going to try and put down here. But sadly, we're still going to have to go with a bunch of archer towers and everything. Also keep in mind that there is a little guy down here that can end up popping up later on. I think it's like wave 5 or 6 or something, where guys start climbing up here and they can sneak through really easily, so just be wary of that. And I think we're ready. So let's do an archer tower here, all the way up to crossbow for it. I'm going to go for a mage tower, actually pretty highly upgraded right here. All the way up to necromancer, and we're ready to go, I think.
Stay frosty.
So we already got myrmidons coming out. This sucks. I know, it's like, what? Me and my myrmidons? No, we don't like the myrmidons. No, we don't like the myrmidons. But if we ran a fire one of them, especially on top of these guys, we should be good. So here we go. Let's just rain of fire this guy. I think if we rain of fire that guy, we'll be really happy. And more brute guards trying to come in against me. So we need to get our magic upgrade a little bit higher. There's going to be myrmidons mostly coming out over here. And actually, believe it or not, you can go kind of a mixture of stuff over here, but archer tower is probably a little bit more important, I would say. So the cool thing about the necromancer tower here is he has a pretty darn gigantic range. Every single god that's going to be coming out is pretty much going to die within the range of this, and is going to turn into a skeleton. So just more brood guards, but now we got blaze fangs coming out. So these are an interesting guy. Super duper deadly. Range attack, insta-kill target, high match resistance. So the only thing they can't insta-kill is Ulrich. But they can insta-kill people. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So all your skeletons really don't matter all that much at this point. Alright, so remember how I was telling you guys that you have to be a little bit careful that guys are going to be piling up out of here? This is where I start to say, alright, build some archer towers on the left and the right, even though it's kind of sad that you don't have millions of guys, bundled up over here. You're better off doing that. Also, another note, I never even talked about this. The dragon can be, you can steal gold from the dragon. So I'm going to get these guys up to like 3rd tier. Let's do 3rd tier, yeah. You can steal gold from the dragon only if he flies away, though. So you're going to have to wait till a little bit later in the game. You went really, really late in the game. He's going to be, doing crazy amounts of flying and, burning all your towers down and all that stuff. But in the meantime, steal 100 gold every single time. It's going to be awesome. I think you can steal... 100 gold every time. Maybe 50. So here we go. Click, 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 click. Yeah, I don't know. What was that? 50 or 100? So it's sad, though, because they disable your towers for a little while. I know. It's like, what? Disabling my towers? Is that even allowed in the game? So we're going to fire these guys. We've got more myrmidons, blaze fangs, and now we got brood guards coming out over here as well. So this is where we're going to actually have to move Ulrich back a little bit. I'm kind of, honestly, I'm kind of scared of these guys. I mean, we should be okay, but I just don't know if we will be okay. So we're going to go for a double barracks, just to make sure, again, nobody sneaks through. I don't want to move Ulrich back here. I want to keep him up there, to be completely honest. So let's do rain of fire over here, but I'm not going to send out the next wave right away because the flying units are very, very good at just sneaking through. So Ulrich's actually going to have to walk over here to the right side. Kind of lame. Got 2 of these guys. Perfectly timed upgrades. Take down one of them, and now they're hand attacking. So without the ranged attack, they're not quite as strong. With the ranged attack, they're super duper uber strong. So Myrmidon's actually trying to sneak through right now. Kind of crazy, man. So we're gonna wait until my guys die, and then we're gonna go, whoop, upgrade. Upgrade them, baby. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the next wave early. We're gonna go, boom, next wave, early, boom. And we're gonna rain of fire these Myrmidons before they sneak through. So whoop, doodle-doo, because now we don't need the, rain of fire against these flying units. Ulrich did end up dying there, which is a little bit on the sad side, but it's okay. So we're going to upgrade our mage towers now. I'm going to get them up to 3rd tier again. You guys know I like my 3rd tier mage towers because the 4th tier are obviously good and obviously strong, but usually you don't need to go all the way up to archmages right from the get-go.
I have no fear.
So, my defense is pretty spread out right now. I usually don't do such a spread out defense. I try and keep everything kind of piled up on top of each other. So we're going to end up getting, you know, artillery pretty soon. If we can get, you know, 1, maybe 2, maybe even 3 artilleries, maybe even 4 artilleries. I haven't decided yet. I'm probably going to go for 3 at least. Oh, here we go. We got darters coming out. These guys actually aren't that hard. Especially if you have, you know, a mixture of guys kind of spread out all over the place. But they teleport to, you know, a little bit closer into the map. The cool thing is that, you know, eventually they cannot teleport anymore. So once you get them, like, over here, they can't teleport. More night scales. So it's darters and night scales. Again, very, very evil. That's why you pretty much have to have your reinforcements, like, in the back here to make sure nobody's going to sneak through. And steal more gold! I don't know, maybe it's 60 gold. I don't know, I feel like I can't count, I guess. I don't know. Not a good counter. Too bad there was a maximum. It would be really nice if you just got to steal as much gold as you want every single time they left. So here we go. He's teleports when injured, and he's fast speed. So it's like the night scales. He only teleports when he's injured. And then he has kind of like a cooldown. So there's more darters coming out over there, and then there's night scales and everything. I'm actually kind of okay with just sending out the next wave early without using my rain of fire. Mostly weak guys, to be honest. Mostly guys that are good at sneaking through, but not really good at tanking everything that's going on. So go for another mage tower. And then I think it's about that time, guys. I mean, we got pretty much most of our 3rd tier and 4th tier upgrades. You know, let's go archmages before I get all my artillery. Let's go archmages all over here. Yeah, everything's going good. So I'm really glad that I got my crossbow forward over here. I think he can reach, yeah, he can reach over to the other side at least a little bit. Now there's blaze fangs coming out against us over there. There's evil blaze fangs. That's why I went for mostly arch towers over here on the right, because the blaze fangs have magic resistance. There he is. 30. So yeah, somebody died in the meantime. So I don't know how much gold I got. I should count. I think it's 10, so I'm going to count. I think it might be 70 or something. That's why. I'm thinking it's going to be 50 or 100, but I think it's like in the middle. Alright, it's artillery time, baby. We're just going to get 3 low-level artilleries for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, all I have to do is click it once? Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it's so weird. Okay, so that's getting even more complicated now. Even more complicated. So there's darters over here. I never really cared all that much how much gold I got, so that's why it's just kind of weird for me. So my battle, like, I just know that you get gold, and I think that's the most important thing about it, is that you do get gold for doing that stuff. Because it does add up. I mean, if you're getting 50, 60 gold every single time, he flies away 5, 6 times, I mean, that's already like 300 gold. That's enough to buy a 4th tier tower right there. Alright, so these blaze things, kind of evil, but you know, with all of these, you know, arch towers over here, they're taking them down pretty fast. Bunch of Myrmidons trying to, you know, build up over here. So 560. I think it was 100. I'm gonna go with 100. Wasp missiles! More Wasp missiles! Yes! So we're gonna fire, but I'm not gonna set out the next wave right away, because we've got flying units. And again, you just got to be careful whenever there's flying units, especially if there's a Quetzal coming out. I don't know why, but I thought their name was Quetzalcoatl. It's just a Quetzal. A pretzel. It's a pretzel Quetzal. Alright, so another frickin' Wasp missile over here pretty soon. I think we're ready. So here's the new enemy. Oh my god. Fast speed, flying, and hatches razor wings. So right from the get-go, it usually just drops a bunch of eggs. It's super duper fast, by the way. It drops a bunch of eggs behind it, so it hatches a bunch of these guys. But the good thing is he's pretty fast, and he doesn't hatch them after he dies like the Wasp Queen. So you're probably thinking, like, Chris, what if you go too much artillery and the flying units run through? Well, Wasp missiles are still really good against flying units. I think, honestly, the Wasp missiles are probably the overpowered thing in the game. If there was an overpowered thing in the game, especially with that artillery upgrade all the way up there. Oh my god, ridiculous. Ooh, we got Savants coming out. Alright. So this is going to get kind of intense because we went mostly magic towers right here, right guys? Well, the Savants are pretty strong against magic, I think. Yeah, let's check it out. Range attack, slow speed, and summon Saurians. It doesn't say magic resistance. They do have magic resistance, though. I kind of knew that. But, you know, obviously with this much magic attack, you know, it's still going to end up killing him, and killing him pretty reasonably fast, too. So he's actually going to die from the Archshot. That's perfect, guys. Absolutely perfect. So the Savant's going to do nothing against us. Now I'm going to get some Templars down here, because I'm kind of afraid of these random guys trying to sneak through on the bottom. You know, I don't feel like moving Ulrich around all that much. He's very, very slow. I think that's the biggest issue with Ulrich, is his slow speed. There's more Savants. I'm going to pop Ulrich back over here. Again, steal the gold every single time, baby. Upgrade these guys up to Templars as well. And the Savant's surprisingly easy to deal with right now. I thought they were going to be a lot more difficult. They usually make a lot more units than what I had to fight today. Alright. Alright. Second set of Wasp missiles. And then soon we're going to get our third, and hopefully our fourth artillery with Wasp missiles. But I will Rain of Fire when it's not the next wave, because you get it right on back. I mean, it doesn't even really matter if you use it or not, because you get it back so darn quickly. But here we go, we got these big, strong guys coming out against us now. Oh my goodness, we've got Saurian Brutes already. Wave 13, too. So I'm going to go with a barrage over there, just to make sure nobody sneaks through again. And I think I'm going to go for another barrage over here. These Brutes are really, 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 really tanky. Hopefully I can get both these guys actually bundled up. So you know what, I'm actually going to move Ulrich over here, believe it or not. Actually, I'm going to Rain of Fire these guys. Come on, walk on the Rain of Fire. Walk on the Rain of Fire. Walk on the Rain of Fire. Pretty please. Okay, so definitely not sending out the next wave early. Definitely, definitely, definitely not doing that. Here's our third battle mecha. Yay! Alright, so with the battle mecha ridiculousness going on right now, we're taking these guys down. But again, oh, Ulrich died? When did he die? Oh, I guess he must have been killing the Savant. Makes sense, I suppose. Luckily, all these Night Scales are like nearly dead by the time they're getting to the back of the map. So, yeah, definitely 13, 14, and 15. If you don't need the extra money, you just don't go crazy and send out the next wave early. What, he died again? Oh my God, those Saurian Brutes really do craziness to him. So there's 2 more Wasp missiles in action. So I think I might get the Pestilence upgrade pretty soon as well. It's gonna be another really good grouped killing power, tower over here. But I'm gonna focus on the Wasp missiles first. Look at that! Look at the damage it just did to that guy. I'm excited. I'm excited when I get this many Wasp missiles. Oops! Steal the monies. Steal the monies. So we got a big bundle of guys right here. I'm just going to use the Rain of Fire. Might have been a little bit on the early side, but because we're going to get extra money from that, we can now kill the guys even faster. Okay, there it is. 4 battle mechas with Wasp missiles. It is official. We have done it, my friends. We have done the Quadra Wasp missiles, which also sends out 2 Wasp missiles per attack. So it's 8 Wasp missiles. So I'm gonna go with I don't think I missed any Dragon Gold yet. Usually I miss at least once or twice, but I still could have, I'll admit it. But I don't think I have. Alright, so a bunch of guys getting completely annihilated right now. What do we got coming out? Again, pretty darn strong guys. Darters, Myrmidons, Brutes, Savants, Blaze Fangs, Night Scales! I think the biggest issue is gonna be the right side over here. The Blaze Fang combo with oh, no. Get out of there, Ulrich. Get out of there, Ulrich. Get out of there. Blaze Fang Savant is just not fun to deal with, to be honest. So I'm going to go for a critical mass on each one of these guys. Get grouped damage on my magic. Tons of Savants right now. Very difficult with the Blaze Fangs already on my stuffs. I'm going to be very careful, but we got so many guys right here. I think I have to Rain of Fire. I might even get it back in time to get another Rain of Fire, because this is going to be such a darn long wave. So let's get our oil slicks up. They'll slow down all these guys in the range of my battle mechas. I'm going to watch Ulrich's health just a little bit. this health is fairly important. And we got a bunch of money still. What am I going to do with it all? I mean, I've gotten all my towers built already. Let's get our barrages up. And everybody is still getting straight up annihilated right in the middle here. Like I said, it's just like the stunning power with all the skeletons, even with Blaze Fangs, straight up just shooting every single one of my guys. They're still not even moving that much further forward. Pop down the reinforcements and stuff. Looks like we can stop the Savant in his tracks with an archer tower and just a couple set of reinforcements. And look at that, we do take the last Savant, and I think we're going to take all these guys down. Oh, one brute is left, but with the oil slick, we slowed him down enough. And we are going to win, I think. One last brute, maybe? Oh my goodness, I couldn't even tell. And we do! We win! Yay! No lives lost, no problem. Alright, so this was a pretty reasonably tough level, but as you can tell, spamming the artillery and Wasp missiles late in the game can definitely be a life savior. Whether it's shooting guys that aren't even in the range, or just doing mega damage to grouped people right in the middle of your choke point, there's a bunch of awesome ways to do it. So here we go. We're finally going to get our reinforcements all the way upgraded with the recurve bow. Now we can finally attack flying units, which, surprisingly, are kind of problematic sometimes. So we've only got a few more levels to go, guys. We got the Dark Descent, which is a pretty fun one. And then we're going to go on to the final level. I'm kind of excited. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you press the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and have a super duper delicious day.